Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit...
Hello, everyone. I'm Milena, the co-founder and creative director of MERA SILK New Zealand. And today I'm incredibly excited to bring you a special interview today with the multi-talented Konkana Bakshi, a renowned image and etiquette consultant. She's the founder of Savour Faire Academie, the luxury finishing school, and also the author of the Art of Savoir Faire. So in our chat, we'll be discussing the role of fashion in expressing one's individuality and personal style. So how are you today, Konkana? I couldn't help but see you wearing a beautiful MERA silk top.
Oh, darling, I love MERA silk, Milena. You know that. It's gorgeous. I am so proud of you, and I'm not saying it because you've been my friends for 10 years. I truly love MERA silk because of, number one, the fabric itself, my favorite. Number two, it's romantic and it's flowy and it's elegant. I think the combination of silk and romance is everybody's favorite, right? Every girl's favorite. You can't go wrong with it.
So our first question for our audience is, how would you define the role of fashion in expressing one's individuality and personal style?
I think the role of fashion plays a very important role in portraying our individuality. Fashion changes every season, but style is eternal. It creates individuality. Style is wand, right? You, through your signature style, you tell one story. Yes. And it doesn't change every season like fashion, for example. I don't follow fashion. I stick to my signature style, which is classic, elegant, and romantic. And I think every individual should understand their signature style at a young age so they don't mix too many styles, and it's a beautiful way to tell one story and to portray your individuality.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. So now, Konkana, what are some key elements to consider when developing one's personal style?
Very good questions, Milena. Very, very good question. Thank you for asking me that question. You know, we do something called style analysis when we are consulting our clients. There are three very important sessions we do in image consulting. Number one is color analysis to understand the right kind of undertone for our clients. Number two is style analysis, where we teach how to find your signature style, your dominant and your secondary both, and how to stick to that style for the rest of your life so you do not give out too many mixed messages by following too many fast fashion, too many styles in that way. And also we teach something called body analysis because it's to understand your bone structure and to just to look taller, more beautiful, to slimmer. I think body analysis also plays a great role in image consulting. Coming back to style, there are 7 to 8 universal style, and every individual fall under those universal style. Number one is classic elegant, classic traditional, romantic, boho chic, ethnic. We have alluring, we have creative, and we have natural. So every individual fall under this one of these styles. Every individual would not have more than 2 styles naturally, unless they are following fast fashion. They're following the trend, basically. Yeah. They would have a signature style that they're born with, or they're brought up with, or they are influenced by, and they will have a secondary style. For example, I'm classic elegant in my signature style and my dominant style, and my secondary is a romantic. Similarly, Diana, the Princess of Wales, we all know how lovely she was, and she had a beautiful classic elegant style as her dominant style, and secondary was again romantic. You know, and as an image consultant, it is our job predominantly to educate our clients in understanding their signature style. We're not born with a signature style, but our upbringing contributes a lot in becoming who we are. For example,
Yes.
I have a strong element of classic elegance and romance because, first of all, my two first mentors in India, Mrs. Maureen Vadia and Mrs. Savera Merchant, they, because I started training under them in my preteens almost, 13, 14 years. And every time Mrs. Vadia would walk into the room, she would come with her beautiful pink suit with something black. I would be awestruck. I'm like, gosh, she is absolutely ethereal. So Mrs. Vadia, I remember she celebrated my 15th birthday, and I remember how gracious she was. It was not only her style, it was not only how well she dressed, but also her empathy, her graciousness, how she conducted herself. It has brushed onto me, in my entire bringing.
Yes.
Also, Mrs. Sabira Merchant, she inspired me to become an etiquette consultant because I trained under her during Miss India. And just the way she conducted herself, she's a fantastic teacher. Just the way she taught, again, she has classic elegant and classic traditional way of dressing, very strong elegance factor, beautiful grace, her voice modulation, and we all know she's impeccable in elocution as an elocution expert. So
Yes.
again, her teaching and the way she mentored me when, during my teens, influenced me for who I am. I started Savoir Faire Academie with her as well. So again, Mrs. Maureen Bardia and Mrs. Savera Merchant shaped me for who I am today. And my dressing, obviously my signature style reflects a lot from them, is I have drawn inspiration. So your teachers actually means a lot to you. However, many individuals get their signature style from their mothers and my grandmothers. My romance factor, for example, my secondary style is romantic. And that comes from my grandmother because she would wear silk sari and pearl necklace. I have great love for my Mickey Moto. But again, those love for pearls and love for natural, natural diamonds and natural jewelry over synthetic jewelry, all that factor I think came with my upbringing because my two teachers were exceptionally elegant, are exceptionally elegant, lovely, lovely ladies. My grandmother was very, very elegant as well, very graceful. And that's who I've become. Also my lifestyle, because I'm an etiquette consultant and I'm an image consultant, and I deal with a lot of business crowd who themselves are very, very elegant. And all my clients come from the upper echelons of society, and they inspire me to be the person I am. So how you find your signature style is obviously through your teachers and your mothers, your grandmothers. A strong element of style happens at a young age. Also, your lifestyle contributes a lot, who you are. Obviously an artist or a painter, if she wears a business suit, she wouldn't look like an artist and a painter, would she?
Love that. Yeah, I love that.
She should have a strong element of creativity in her dressing.
Yes. Yeah, that was one of my questions of how do you know your style and how your lifestyle or the things that interest you, your personality, how your personality influences those core individual styles that you're talking about. That's so interesting.
It's because who you are. A junior designer, if she dresses like a investment banker, maybe there's a huge clash in her personal branding then, right? So I think we should walk the talk for who we are through our signature style. I think that really contributes in our overall personal branding.
Amazing. And I absolutely love that whole personal branding and individual style, and how you said before, you don't follow fashion, you know who you are as a person, your style. So the whole concept, obviously, of fashion being so fast, the fast fashion and sustainability. And so it's so important at this day and age to kind of know and key in on your personal style, so you're not going to be swayed by different trends and over consume. This is like a really, really, really important fact. And this is what obviously MERA Silk is to me about. It's about timeless elegance, clothing, quality fabrics that are going to last a lifetime, or at least very many years. So you're going to get a lot of cost per wear out of them, you know, which I think we discussed before this interview.
So where I think if we can educate our generation in the
Yes.
whole cost per wear thing, I think they would be more persuaded with that education and the knowledge to invest more in natural fabrics like silk, like for example, cashmere, over polyester and synthetic, etc. The whole fast fashion is obviously cheap, it's affordable, etc. But again, the cost per wear is very, very expensive compared to a natural, beautiful fabric like silk or chiffon, or, for example, cashmere.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Because we're going to be apologies for interrupting, because we're going to be wearing these pieces for many years to come, like let's say 100 times at least per wear. But like with the polyester and the cheaper fabrics, with the wash cycles and everything, you're not going to get like more than 10 wears out of them.
Not at all. Also, I think it contributes to our holistic way of living, our overall well-being, because when you wear natural fabric, your skin, you are able, it's more breathable, it's good for your skin, it contributes to your entire holistic fabric. Also, when how we wear our clothes, also the younger generation look at us and learn. Don't you think? Like, for example, my niece or my friend's daughter, they would come and ask me, Coco, what are you wearing? And then I can tell that little girl that, you know, a story, and I can maybe persuade her at a young age to invest in quality over quantity. You know,
absolutely.
And all these things can be learned, all these things can be educated. And I think as you and I, we are the contributors in our society for luxury and fashion. I think we are the people we can, and also there are many bloggers and many lifestyle influencers who can contribute in the society this whole knowledge of investing in natural fabric over.
So yes, my next question is, we were talking about natural fabrics and silk. So silk is often associated with luxury and elegance. And you as an elegant expert, how do you believe silk fabric can elevate someone's personal signature style?
Silk fabric contributes very strongly in elegance. Could be classic, traditional, or classic elegant. And also it contributes to allure. So somebody who has an alluring style, they can carry off silk very beautifully. It has a very strong element of romance, which I personally love. I think silk is for everybody, don't you think? Like silk, any style can be very well, you know, anybody can carry off silk in a very natural way. It's not any other heavier fabric. It's beautiful and light. You can wear a silk scarf or a silk top or a silk dress. You can add a touch of silk in any look, and it will elevate the natural look.
Yes.
So, and I think it's beautiful how these natural fabrics contributes to our overall style and overall visual impact. And I think silk is beautiful. It's my favorite. And, you know, just like cashmere, like a few years ago, I invested in, I bought a vacuna from L'Europeana, vacuna stole, vacuna scarf. It's pure vacuna cashmere. It keeps me warm in a cold weather. Like in St. Maurice, I just wore like one little scarf and it kept me warm. It's beautiful. And it keeps me cool in a tropical country like India, for example.
Yes.
Similarly, MERA silk, I love MERA silk. I wore this in New York, all over the New York, you know that. All your dresses that I love. And it's beautiful. It kept me so comfortable. I could wear it all day. I could feel very good wearing them. My skin feels beautiful. And I think it's so comfortable. And I
It is
think
hypoallergenic as well. Silk is hypoallergenic, so it does really help with any kind of skin issues if you may have, if you have sensitive issues. And exactly like cashmere, silk is temperature moderating, so you can wear it in summer, you could wear it in winter. So in winter, it would keep you warm, and in summer, it will keep you cool, which is absolute magic, honestly.
absolutely. And I think a lot of girls they do have sensitive skin. I have
Mm,
horribly sensitive skin. Very, very
yes,
sensitive skin. So even if I wear something synthetic, I'll get like red marks all over my body.
yes.
And I think a lot of girls, just like me, I think if they have sensitive skin, their best bet is silk and natural
Yes.
fabric.
Why not? So do you have any favorite silk pieces or styling techniques that you personally recommend for enhancing one's social presence?
Well, I personally love Hermes silk scarves, and I think a lot of my friends would know.
I love Hermes too. It doesn't mean I have silk, doesn't mean so
I,
don't
I
worry.
I have, and it's interesting because actually my grandfather started giving me Hermes scarves at a very young age when I
Yes.
didn't have this whole love for scarves at all. I was very young, um, in my preteens, and he would
Mm,
get me those Hermes scarves in different sizes.
mm.
I started loving them more now that I'm 30 years old rather than my preteens, because I didn't have the aesthetic understanding of how to carry it off much better. But
Yes.
it obviously kept me very warm every time I studied in Switzerland, and every time I
Mm.
traveled, it kept me warm. I love scarves, in silk scarves. I am fortunate to have several Hermes, a few chopard scarves as well. And I
Mm.
think scarves sort of elevate the entire look in a very nice way. Personally, I prefer it because it's just very me. I can sort of wear it every day
Yes.
with any
And
style.
I think with the Georgia top that you're wearing right now, it has that little bit of the lavalier bow, which
Lovely.
is which is a little inbuilt scarf.
It's very
So
me. I love scarves.
yeah, these little details, definitely.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
any chances, those are my favorite silk pieces, not only
Mm.
because these are scarves, because also my granddad, my nanu gave me those scarves. Most of them my nanu gave me. A
Mm.
few are gifted by my girlfriends because they saw so many scarves. They're like, okay, this is the safe thing to gift Coco.
Yeah.
I mean, my nickname is Coco. You call me Coco all the time.
Yeah.
I think my girlfriends understand that. Mm,
Mm.
what are the others said? Oh well, I have to tell you, my mom, she has this one beautiful silk sari. Um, it's called Kanjivaram silk. I don't know if you know. It's very famous in India.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on it for our
So
viewers who are not familiar?
it's very classic traditional silk. It's called Kanjivaram. It comes from the southern
Mm.
part of India. It's quite an investment for people who know, because my mother, there are a few pieces of Kanjivaram silk that comes with real gold thread embroidery. And my mother has one of them, and that I think it's one of my prized possession, and I like to wear it once in a while.
Mm.
It's a very delicate thing, so very difficult to maintain, but I
Yes.
truly enjoy wearing it, and it looks new. I don't know how old it is because it's a cream and gold Kanchivaram silk sari with the embroidery,
Mm.
and it's real gold thread embroidery. So the sari is heavy. It's absolutely gorgeous. Every time I wear it, I feel good, and it's very, very comfortable. So I'm sure my Indian friends and my viewers would know what Kanchivaram
Mm.
silk is, but for everybody else, it's a gorgeous piece of sari that I truly treasure. And my mom wore it many times, and I tend to keep it
Yes.
for the rest of my life, and hopefully
Yes.
pass it on to the next generation. Those are the
Yeah.
heirloom pieces.
Yeah, it's beautiful because they're heirloom pieces, right? And it's beautiful that they have a story, you know?
Yes,
So
yes.
when they pass down generation and, you remember how you bought it, how you received it, all the special occasions that, you know, it's the memories are beautiful, you know?
My mom and my grandmother had many silk saris. I think the
Mm.
Indian ladies they prefer silk saris and
Yes.
the Indian.
It's more comfortable and everything. I absolutely love saris.
They stay forever. If
Yes.
you care for them well, they stay forever.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of occasion to wear saris because mostly I'm in Western wear, but sometimes, particularly that Kanjivaram silk sari, because it has this beautiful gold embroidery, I love it. Sometimes I wear them with my mummy's jewelry, which again, I wear it very, very seldom.
Oh,
So yes, those are the heirloom pieces that I care for. I think for any girl, it's very emotional. It's close to our heart.
yeah. I love that story about the silk scarves because I remember traveling Europe when I was, I think, about 2021. So obviously I was born in Europe and I used to go every year or like more often when I was in India. But when I was at 21 or 22, I can't remember, I walked into an Hermes store in Hong Kong airport and I got myself this beautiful pink scarf with like, it was ballet of the horses, equestrian. It was so stunning. I wore it as a top. I wore it so much. It's just such a stunning piece. And it's, other than like obviously my mother's dresses from the 70s, which inspired me to start MERA Silk, the silk scarves from Hermes, it's that fabric is just so special. It's magical, and obviously that we can pass it on for generations and generations. It is truly special, and it's something that I'm really pleased to be a part of the silk industry now as well. So, and be happy to bring more and more silk pieces to women all over the world. As you know, there's not many brands that specialize in silk, especially in Western wear. Obviously, saris and Indian clothes are a little bit different. And what I find that with silk, that the brands that they do use a lot of silks are quite luxury, like Hermes and other luxury houses in Europe. So the costs are quite high. While with MERA Silk, and which what I've tried to achieve is to have that accessible luxury. So it's well priced. So it's more accessible for the younger generations to invest and to enjoy this beautiful fabric.
Absolutely, and I think the generation that we belong to, we are not that price conscious. If you're aspiring for bags and shoes, and we understand the value of investing there, I think we also should understand the value of investing in silk, and beautiful brands like MERA Silk, those are accessible, price friendly. It's not exorbitantly priced, and which is amazing. And I think that's a great start for younger people to be more mindful in investing in clothing.
Yes, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Konkana, for your time. It's been absolutely wonderful. And thank you so much for sharing such invaluable insights into this world of fashion and personal style. I've learned so much from you, and I hope we can chat some more about this whole signature style. I found it very fascinating. And thank you so much for all your wisdom and for your time. It's been such a blast chatting with you, honestly. And I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors, and I can't wait to see you soon.
So thank you very much for creating MERA Silk, and I truly am very proud of you. You richly deserve all the success that you have today.
Thank you so much, lovely Konkana, and thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Take care.